just arrived where?
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires in north coastal Argentina, and we are very excited to explore this area, and we hope that you enjoy it with us. Meanwhile, we're going to enjoy this view from our hotel room. Yay! The city of Buenos Aires is broken down into barrios, or neighborhoods, like Montserrat, where we stayed here on 9 de Julio. Fun fact, this street is actually the widest street in the entire world. It has several lanes of traffic, and it's really difficult to get across all at once. Also in the Montserrat neighborhood is the Plaza de Mayo. Note that the Y is pronounced as a sh in Argentina. This is a central area. This is where the city was founded, and it's also home to this Casa Rosada that you see, which is basically like the Argentine White House. It's where the president lives and works. Here in the plaza, you can visit the free Museum de Cabildo, which is the original legislative building for the city. A defining characteristic of this neighborhood is the neoclassical structures and pedestrian streets. La Boca, originally the home of the poor immigrants who lived on the port, but also where tango was born. You'll learn about that a little bit later. This colorful neighborhood is very photographed and very touristy, but has a delightful history and is definitely worth visiting. San Telmo, a small neighborhood, but the oldest, is actually where the rich people used to live in the 17th century, but then it turned into tenement housing. While there, you can visit this amazing museum where you can go underneath into the old canals that used to run beneath the city before it came built up. Here is the market in San Telmo, and it is a delightful place to go shopping and to get some food. Puerto Madero, actually a late 19th century failure, has been recently renovated into one of the ritziest parts of town with lots of hotels and restaurants. It's also where you can access the ecological reserve, from where you can get wonderful juxtaposed views of the city. One of the city's most popular attractions is the Recoleta Cemetery, which is just hauntingly beautiful. Recoleta is the area that all the rich people left San Telmo to live in when yellow fever struck in the late 19th century. This cemetery is most known for Evita's mausoleum here, where people love to visit. Recoleta is also home to the very popular, as you can see, National Art Museum, which has a small but tasteful collection of Rodins and Monets, among other important artists. In very nearby Palermo, are quite a few other museums that you can visit, including this here, the free National Museum of Decorative Arts, which is housed in an old ambassador's museum mansion. The Malba, which is the Museum of Latin American Art, and Museo Evita, which goes through the history of Evita from where she started to where she ended in her short and amazing life. Eva Perón. Palermo is also home to some wonderful green spaces, like here the Paseo al Rosedal, Eco Park, a former zoo turned public park, and the Botanical Gardens. Last but not least, we've visited San Nicolas, which is home to some beautiful architecture, including here the Teatro Colón, which we couldn't even visit because it was so busy, and this is the Palazzo Perot.
We took a bike tour from Buenos Aires to the small town of Tigre outside the city. We rode through many of the suburbs and along the Rio de la Plata to get there. Once we got to Tigre with our guide Jackson and our new friends from Germany, we geared up to go kayaking. We paddled amongst the islands and all the way to one of the islands where we had lunch. Once we finished the delicious barbecue, we headed on back to town by taking the train.
So the financial economic situation in Argentina right now is not very good for the Argentinians. The peso is very erratic in its value, and there's something called the blue dollar rate. So the banks give you one rate, but on the street you can get a much better rate or in cambios because the dollar is so much stronger. So Western Union is actually one of the best places to go, according to research, because they give a really good rate. However, we are really struggling to find one that's open and also not broken. Like, we went to one that was closed and the system was down, so we're trying to get money. Wish us luck. I think we finally found a place that will work with us, but we waited in the wrong line. Wrong line. And we're back successfully. So tip to future travelers, if you want to use Western Union, which we do recommend because it had the very best rate, the main one down on Peru Street was a zero problem place to go get cash. Don't try the kiosks in the other little locations. They are not helpful. Got it?
Uh-huh.
So why am I shaking this?
So you can take the powder from the
Okay. And then
mate
it'll be
in your hand.
in my hands.
So what are you going to do with that powder?
There you go. Usually you clean in your pens. That's how they
Clean
know if
your
you're right or
hands.
left hand.
Ah.
I want you to keep the sherba in one side like
Ah.
this, okay? So hold this way, please. Don't let the sherba fall again. I want you to pour the water here in this side.
Okay. There it goes. Oh, it's like a little drip. Oh, there it goes.
Yes. We want to keep the sherba in one side, okay? Why is that? Because now you can stop. Because if we wet the whole sherba, it's gonna be really strong, and soon the taste is gone because you burn all the leaves. Right? But if you do this way, it's not that strong because you're just wetting a part of it, and when the taste is gone, you start to wet the part which is dry, so it lasts longer. Basically,
Okay.
that's it. That's the trick.
Awesome.
Final part, the bombisha, the metal straw. Okay, with a double L, bombisha.
Bombisha.
You're gonna cover like this, put in the water. When it touches the bottom, you're gonna put under the sherba. You're gonna leave it 45, like in draws here and there.
Okay. Cover this. Alright, wait,
Yep,
stick
in the
it
water.
and then
Yes,
turn it.
exactly. There you go. Perfect. The mate is set. Yeah, you will have the first one, but we have some rules. Okay. The rules of the mate. The first mate belongs to the cebadora, the person that prepared. It's not a privilege. You will check if you prepared well. But if you pay attention, the water that you serve, it's already gone. It was absorbed by the sherba.
Ah.
So you're gonna put more water, and then you're gonna have the first one.
It's big. It's good. I like it better than the terere, I think.
Me too. That's why it's like, because in the tereré they put a lot of things. In the mate you can put sugar, you can put honey, you can put a lot of stuff. But like the original mate is just the sherba, right? And I like bitterness. So for me it's great.
All right, what are we about to enjoy?
Some charcuterie.
Some charcuterie.
Hamon.
And we're at
Museo
the Museum of Ham. So this is the premium cuts plate and some Argentinian Malbec. There.
And dessert.
What kind of dessert? The one that had whiskey listed. It was called a Dom Pedro.
Don Pedro.
And I got some bread pudding with
Corn with dulce de leche on it. So we're gonna do like this. Never too much in case you're hungry. It's very delicate, okay? So when you pass, you have to be very gentle, so otherwise you're gonna break the cookie. Get this one that has gerb as well. And make like a small sandwich.
We're in the San Telmo Mercado, and this is ricolete. This one has carne, or meat, and this one has chorizo.
Chorizo, yeah. With the Coca-Cola with the Fernet is the drink. What's it called again? Fernet Cola, that's easy. So we are at a private restaurant. There's no sign outside.
There's one inside though.
We're gonna have a 5-course meal paired with wines.
Yes. You can enjoy it all asado in 5 different courses, paired with different boutiques wines from different regions, different provinces in Argentina. Okay. Thank you so much,
Can you
guys.
hear that sizzling? Can you hear it?
Yes, there's only this sauce. Yes.
Ready?
Very gooch.
Orange peeling. This orange peeling Fabricio made with the reduction of this wine and orange juice. You can try the perfect pairing, the 3 elements, and next drink the wine. Okay?
Is that regular Milanese Napoletano? It's like pizza Milanese. So in Argentina, when you order food, it comes with an extra table service. You can't really refuse it, but every place has a little something different, like bread and some cheeses. But when you order like a coffee con leche or a cappuccino, they also give you little cookies. It's not really good for my figure. A thing of beauty. All right, what are all these? This is chorizo, and what's this cut?
That's called vacío.
Vacío.
Right,
The
but
empty,
there must
the boneless.
There's more stuff on there that I don't know.
So you only have men dancing. My jiu-jitsu today. Okay? If you get on you, do that on me. There you go. Thank you very much.
Feliz Año Nuevo in Buenos Aires and 9 de Julio. Not very exciting here. It's not a big party, but we're enjoying it because we're old people. It's chill, tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
Muy tranquilo.
Sí. Over there. Oh, there's
There. Woo!
there's some down there. Oh, there's a light up there.
So
us in Buenos Aires. We really had a good time and hope you enjoyed it as well. If you have any specific questions about our itinerary or any of the things that we've done, check out our website, and feel free to comment below if you have any questions or anything like that. Thanks a lot. See you next time.